Hello! This video is an online experience of the Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful workshop. I invite you to tune in for the next few minutes to learn about the beauty standards on social media that affect us every single day. You'll be needing pen and paper during the workshop, so make sure you have them nearby. When I hear social media, I often only think about Instagram, Snapchat, or TikTok. In fact, media includes anything from what I just mentioned to billboards, movies, magazines, and commercials. I hope you enjoy. The workshop is divided into 3 parts. First, we will be diving into the idea of the perfect body on social media. Second, we will look into the social media contents and understand what messages they are giving to us as women. Third, we will equip you by learning about how to embrace body insecurities and what beauty actually means and look like. So, it's a given to most of us that social media affects us and our confidence and beauty standard to some degree. But to what extent exactly does social media really affect me, you may ask? And according to the National Eating Disorder Association, being exposed to social media just 30 minutes out of 24 hours is enough to affect the way we view our own bodies. I invite us all to think about this question. What is the perfect body that we all picture in our heads when we hear it, or what do we see on social media that is the perfect body? And does it look like a woman with small nose, big lips, smooth skin, perfectly symmetrical face, silky hair, tiny waist, big butts, and or even being thick, having big boobs, long legs, hairless arms, the list really could go on. But if you think again about all the things that I said of the perfect body, you'll realize that they are impossible traits to have all at the same time. And they even contradict one another. In conclusion, there is no perfect body because it simply does not exist. So how and when did we start thinking that a small nose is better than a bigger nose? And when did these traits that we mentioned in the previous slide started become the standard of perfect and beauty? And in fact, unrealistic beauty standards started when we were little. Even the Disney princesses tend to fall into the same category of light complexion, small shoulders, extremely tiny waist, and the torso to legs ratio of almost a 3-to-7 ratio, and a perfect physique. Even the princesses with color turn to fall into the Western beauty ideals that I have just mentioned. This unrealistic Western beauty standard is so entrenched in our society that it's hard for anyone who doesn't fit into the mold to feel attractive. In advertising and online, women are usually portrayed as young, slim, that meets the accepted standard of social media. In the picture on the left, we have Kendall, Kim, and Kylie, 3 beautiful women who are 3 different types of body shape that are equally unachievable. The standards of beauty as portrayed in media, however, are impossible to achieve, like I just mentioned, since the models have been transformed into these images through a number of technical and professional means, such as a lifestyle of workouts and strict diets planned by professional nutritionists and a stylist that creates every outfit that they will be seen in by public. They even have makeup artists, hair artists, and the list could go on. Usually what you see on magazines or advertisement have been altered. And on the right, we have Beyonce and the L'Oreal commercial where her skin is lightened to also fit into the beauty preference of lighter skin.
Now, we'll be looking into the world of Photoshop that we see all the time. In fact, Photoshopping is all around us. Almost all the pictures you see on social media from celebrities and big name magazines have been Photoshopped. In the next few PowerPoints, I will be showing you a picture that has been Photoshopped. Let's see if you could tell what's been Photoshopped in these photos. In this picture of Penelope Cruz, can you tell what's been Photoshopped? The answers are her hair, her face that's elongated, her chest, and even her rib cage. What about this one? The answer is Chloe's height. Chloe is actually 5'10", while Courtney and Kim are both below 5'3". Chloe's hand placement is also altered to compensate for shortening her height. See, we are not trained to be critical about images that we see on social media. This makes us believe that everything we see is real when they are in fact photoshopped and curated to fit into the unrealistic, perfect body ideals.
Here is a video of Killing Us Softly that further breaks down the harms of unrealistic beauty standard and the meaning of these perfect images of media that we are fed into every day. Please view on YouTube Killing Us Softly 4 trailer featuring Jean Coburn. There is actually a bigger motive behind the perfect body and beauty standard that we see on social media. Media profits off of inventing beauty standards or trends, which then creates insecurities in us. Once we buy into the insecurities, media provides us a solution to compensate for that new need to cover up or to fix our insecurities. And we do so by buying more clothes, more makeups, or applications, or trendy things to feel more confident or feel prettier. For example, media says you need this makeup in order to look like these models, or you need this bra because saggy boobs are just embarrassing, or you need this shampoo because you need to fix your frizzy hair. Now with technology, we can easily change the way we look at our fingertips. Filters on our phones that alter the way we look can be a fun tool, but it should also be approached with caution. These filters slim down our faces, making them smaller, more lifted, more defined, with bigger eyes, smaller nose, and smaller jaws. And in fact, there's a real case in China where people show a picture of their filter self to a plastic surgeon. So, how should we go about playing with filters or photoshopping apps on our phones? The answer is to have fun with the filters, but keep it at fun. Have fun with the ways the filter change your eye color, your hairstyle, or whatever. But keep in mind that it is a filter, it is artificial, and it is simply not the way you look. And the moment you catch yourself wanting to look like what you look like with the filter on, then take a step back, take off the filter, and remind yourself that this desire is unrealistic. And you are not more or less beautiful with the filter on, and in fact, what you look like without the filter is the beautiful face that makes you you. Being confident and loving ourselves does not mean we can't ever wear makeup or play with filters. Being confident and loving to ourselves means truly knowing ourselves and our features. Let's practice viewing your own features no longer as flaws, but unique traits that make you you. So, what should we think about makeup? My suggestion is to use makeup as your friend and not a mask. There's no beauty trends or makeup style that fits everyone because we are all different. This is the fun part about makeup, that you get to decide what features you want to bring out and what looks best on you and you alone. Let's look at what happens when people actually achieve their ideal looks. We've all desired to look like a celebrity before, and this video is about women who finally looked like what they wanted to through Photoshop. But realizing what they thought were flawed about their bodies are what makes them beautiful and unique. Watch this video, Photoshopping Real Women into Cover Models, from BuzzFeed on YouTube.
Now's the time that you'll need that pen and paper that you've prepared. After learning that beauty is not limited to any definition that media tells us, I invite us all to write down 3 things that you love about your own body. We also want to emphasize that beauty does not just come from outward appearances. A person who is confident in their own body, has a great sense of humor, is kind and compassionate, is beautiful in my book. So please also write down 3 non physical characteristics that makes a person beautiful from within. I want to share with you all why taking a social media cleanse can be beneficial and how you can supplement it. Media cleanse involves distancing yourself from anyone or all social media platforms, and it's basically just you taking a break from these platforms. I personally started my social media cleanse in the summer of last year, and I initially started because I was not focused on schoolwork. I wasn't studying as much as I should have been. So when I did stop social media, I noticed that I was more productive with my work, that I was able to do the things that I miss doing. And ultimately, I felt so much more happier. And I attribute that to me comparing my life less to the lives that always seem perfect, like celebrity lives. And I'm sure that we all do that to a certain extent without even noticing it. And so that's why it's important to take a social media cleanse and take a break from time to time. Of course, it all comes down to whether your time on social media is making you feel more connected to people, especially during these times, or if it's making you feel the opposite and it's making you feel disconnected and bad. But I encourage you all, regardless, to try a social media cleanse. Try doing it for 15 minutes out of your day, 30, an hour. I encourage you all to try to do it for a week. And so there are several ways to go about doing a social media cleanse. A great way to start can be by turning off all your social media notifications on your phone. Unfollow people that annoy you. There is no shame in that. Leave negative, gossipy, or show offy accounts. Unfollow accounts that are just constantly trolling. You do not need that. And a great way to do this could be to ask a friend to do it with you or ask several of your friends. It'll feel more encouraging this way. And just remember that social media is not reality. Here are some awesome accounts that you can all follow. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. And there are several other accounts like this out there. You can all find things that make you feel good, make you feel inspired every day. Just look up things that always just make you feel positive and and brings a lot more joy into your life this way.
Now that we have heard about the experience of a media cleanse, I wanted to come on here and share another way we can have a healthier relationship with our bodies, and it's called positive self talk. Positive self talk is a muscle just like the muscles in our body. We need to train it consistently, and it won't necessarily become stronger overnight, but with a little daily changes, we can build it to become a strong, healthy muscle. Yes, it sounds cheesy, but it's true that the more you say nice things to yourself, the less you'll think negatively. So, here's a way that we can all train our positive self talk muscle. I like to write post it notes of a small reminder of self love and stick it onto my laptop screen. Here, you can see a few examples of what to write, but feel free to think of your own. It could be stuck to your bed frame, bathroom door, window, desk, etc., as long as it's somewhere you look at every single day. And what this does is it starts your day on a good note. And I want to challenge you guys to say it out loud because when we do that, it sticks to our minds throughout the day. Final thing I want to share is to keep in mind and ask yourself, you wouldn't say those things to your friend, would you? And if the answer is no, then don't say it to yourself. We are creatures of habit, and at first it may seem awkward to talk to yourself in a nice way or give yourself compliments, but I promise you it'll get easier over time and will be a part of your lifestyle. I hope this can resonate with you in one way or another, and this encourages you to actually do something for yourself and have a positive outlook on beauty rather than a shameful one.
So, what is the right kind of beauty? The answer is there's no such thing. And you are beautiful the way you are. There's only one you on this planet. So why wait for someone else to tell you what beautiful means when you can discover that from yourself and within you? Thank you for being here with us. We hope that you're encouraged and empowered to love yourself and love others too. We are all in this journey of self love and self acceptance together. We have 2 post workshop activity items prepared for you. And on the left, we have a confidence tracker calendar you can use to track how you feel each morning. Just use a sticker or markers to make your own key and mark each day with your respective key. The action items have practical self-love activity that's super fun and rewarding on the right of the calendar. They will be included in the packet of visual aid that you can access through the Gluck website. Again, we want to thank you for being here with us.